Hello, forever friends and family. Welcome to webinar Building an Empire. Today is Monday, February 15th. Happy President's Day. And I would like to welcome again to webinar Building an Empire. My name is Alex Tunitsky and I'm organizer of this webinar. But before we start reading and discussion, I would like to share with you and remind you, no doubts in my mind that everybody remember that, but just in case, that this coming up Friday and Saturday, February 19th and 20th, it will be outstanding event, Forever Experience 2021. So please consider to join and have fun and profit to join Forever Home Office in Scottsdale, Arizona. All right. Okay, let's move on. Let me share another picture with you. And I would like to ask Isaac to confirm that he saw this picture on the screen. Just 1 second, please. And it should be cover of the book, Building an Empire, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a book we're going to read, study and implement Building an Empire. Outstanding book written by author Brian Garthers, and hope and I wish that we will implement everything we read, study from this book. So let's go to this chapter. Isaac, please go ahead. Let me introduce Isaac Gilbinois, my friend and partner in Forever Business, supervisor from Brooklyn. Isaac, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Let's continue. Mirror and matching. It is important that your prospect can relate to you. If they can't, they're not likely to receive your message. Recruiting and team building is all about drawing people towards you and creating bonds. If you do not make them feel like they can relate to you, then you do the opposite and push them away. Your tone, energy, and personality all play a vital part in this. If you are talking to a low-key personality and you are overly excited, you will not recruit that person. If you are talking to a high-energy person and you are too lax, you will lose them as well. So your goal is to subtly examine your prospect as you interact and try to best match them where they are. Prospects all fit into one of 4 personality types: sharks, whales, dolphin, and ostrich. Sharks, motivated by money. Whales, focused on helping others. Dolphins, social, like to have fun. Ostrich, detail, fact-oriented. When beginning your conversation with each prospect, your goal is to use form to find out where the motivation lies. So you want to ask them a few brief questions about their family, occupation, recreation, or money. Then listen. They will tell you what is important to them and what their hot buttons are. You will get a sense of what personality type they are. And they might be more than one. They might be money motivated, yet also like to help people. In this case, your conversation should spend much of the time going over the comp plan, income examples, and how they plan to use this newfound money to help people they care about. If you're talking to a dolphin, point out how much fun the events are. Show pictures of the company trips and talk about how much fun the people on the team are. Maybe you find yourself talking to an ostrich who asks lots of analytical questions about the product, the company's financial, or the comp plan. Load them up with the details they're looking for. In every one of these cases, you try to be the best matching type to who they are, all the while leading them to a 3-way call or personal meeting with a third-party upline person who best relates to them. Birds of a feather flock together, so be a matchmaker. Recruiting up. Recruiting up means going after a higher caliber of prospect to have on your team. Most people do not recruit up, they recruit down. For example, you pull up to a gas station to fill up. You look at your right, and there's someone with a new BMW, and to the left is an old hoopty. Which prospect would you opt to approach? Most networkers will approach the driver in the hoopty. They will rationalize it in their head that this person needs the opportunity more. While it may be true that the person needs money badly, it doesn't often bode well for your business. That person often doesn't have the startup money or ongoing funds to attempt and meeting to attend a meeting, buy tools, or even buy the product. You see, if on a scale of 1 to 10 in over sharpness, you recruit a 5, that happens when the 5 recruits a 5. That makes the next person a 2.5 to you. When you recruit down, they will in turn recruit down. Soon you have a team of people who are not very sharp. Why do we tend to gravitate towards the person who is lower on the scale? We do it because we feel we will have influence over them. And while this may be true, the end result is not what we're after. So don't waste your time. Ask yourself this when you're presented with a choice in whom to approach. Which prospect will more likely become a leader and create a huge team under them? Go talk to that person. You may not have natural influence, but that is good. You want to recruit people even more influential than yourself. They are the ones who will build your network empire. Don't fear talking to them, but rather fear that you don't, and that someone else in your company does and earns a fortune in overrides because they pushed through the fear. Posture and confidence. When you are contacting prospects, whether it's warm market friends or cold market strangers, you must come across as confident in yourself and what you are representing. If you believe in your product, service, or your opportunity, then surely you should believe in yourself. But I'm not good at sales. But I'm not sure if people will listen to me. But I'm afraid of people might judge me. But what if they say no? But I'm not sure what to say. You can butt your way right out of the business if you let yourself think this way. You have the most amazing product, service you've ever seen. You have a company that is already paying people just like you 6 and 7 figures a year. You have incredible tools and events that will present the information for you. All you have to do is tell a few stories and get them interested in checking things out. There is no need to fear rejection or not knowing all of the answers to people's questions, because all you need to say is, watch this, and direct them to a company video. Anything beyond that, you say, talk to him, her, and direct them to a call with your upline. That's it. You should have huge confidence for all of these reasons. You believe, and you are just looking for people who will see what you see. For those who don't, it's their loss. So have strong posture when you're engaging in conversation with people. Be real, be pleasant, but don't be a pushover, especially in recruiting. People only want to follow someone who knows where they are going and has big vision, big goals. You will have ruts when you feel you can't catch a break. I've had weeks in a row when I could not recruit anyone. I began to get down on myself and questioned if I could do this. That's when you must call your most successful upline. Don't call your sponsor or just anyone who is not personally rocking the business. They cannot lift you from your funk. They will likely join on the pity party. Call the biggest star on your team and ask them to help you regain the vision and pump you back up. They will. My upline did this for me a few hundred times. Seriously. He likely hated talking my call. Sorry. He likely hated taking my calls sometimes, but I bet his bank account smiled. Always be working on your self-confidence and posture. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes and consider how your music sounds. If it is not upbeat, don't make the call until you change your music. Be sure to change it that day and don't let it go into the next. You cannot afford to go into the funk for more than a few hours. Listen to a great personal development CD in your cars. Read The Magic of Thinking Think and by re, read the Magic of Think Big by David Schwartz, or any book that uplifts you. Read stories of success on your company's website. There are plenty of ways to snap yourself back into the good posture and a positive mindset. Just remember, this is always better than being stuck for the rest of your life in a job with no time, financial freedom. Your story. Facts tell, but stories sell. We must always remember how powerful stories are. People will forget 90% of any facts you share with them by tomorrow, but they tend to remember compelling stories vividly if told vividly. As a child, did your parents tell you bedtime facts or bedtime stories? Storytelling is what network marketing is all about. We tell stories about how we have used the product service and what it did for us. We describe this with enthusiasm and in details, which causes others to want to have the same experience. If we have not yet developed our own testimonial story about what we're selling, we borrow others' customer stories and repeat them in the meantime. Both work. In recruiting, we tell stories about how a person retired from her job because of her part-time income in this network marketing business.
Hold
Or
on
we
for a
tell
second, please. Excuse me, Isaac. I would like to encourage everybody just right now to share your story, very short story about what is your number one product. And let's say as a leader and the sponsor of many people who join us today, I would like to share, you knew my story, but I would like to share again that my favorite product is Forever Freedom, because in 2004, when I joined Forever in March 11, by the way, next month will be 17 years when I joined Forever. Boris shared with me that I have to use Forever Freedom because I have a joint problem. I purchased Forever Freedom. I start to drink. After 2.5 months, I was almost pain-free except my right finger and left elbow. I continued to drink, and after 2 more months, I was pain-free up to this point, forever. That's my short story. Isaac, share your story. Your microphone is unmuted, and I encourage everybody to raise your hands who will be next.
for years I suffered from allergies. They would come unexpectedly and then disappear unexpectedly anywhere I was. Okay, there was no geographical boundaries or the time of the year. And then I read a story, actually, Boris Mezheritsky, his testimonial about his allergies and what products he started to use. He used all the B products and the Emu blend. That's what I started to use, of course, aloe vera gel. And I got rid of my allergies, no more. For the last 7 years, I have no allergies at all.
Congratulations and thank you. Next is Helen Osipov. She unmuted herself. Helen, manager and my friend and partner in Forever Business. You next. Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you. I celebrated my 11th year with Forever on February 12th, and I'm happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I think my favorite product, which hooked me up with Forever Living products, is aloe vera, because when I saw the video that aloe cleanses the intestinal struck, they realized everything. I said, wow, I could help lots of people. And since 2010, I've helped my family. I saved my cats with aloe vera gel. I saved many cats in Brooklyn. And we helped lots of people with aloe vera, and it's still working. I get phone calls when people borrow some aloe vera from me. They see wonderful results on themselves and cats. And I get phone calls very often, and I'm so glad that I shared the information how aloe works, and we saved a child, wonderful child with aloe vera after liver transplant, and she's wonderful and healthy and working, and she lives in Belarus. Her name is Alisa, and I'm glad that people listen and they use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. My friend and partner, Senior Manager, Car Bonus Qualifier, Chairman Bonus Winner, Nina Den Hardok from Ohio. Nina, please go ahead.
Hi, I love full product, but probably my favorite is aloe vera gel, freedom, and berry nectar. I love any kind of aloe vera gin from company because it's helped me. First of all, in 2008, when I joined the company, I had problem with joints, and after 3 months, I start walking again. And plus, I got side effects, good side effects. I got more energy. I got my joints back, and my stomach ulcer gone, and my high blood pressure gone too. So I recommend everyone, and still doing it, and I will do that many years more. Thank you.
How many years?
Till I don't know how many.
What do you mean, you know? It's May 2008. So in the May will be 13 years.
Yes, but I'm saying from now.
Oh, okay.
I continue, recommend, and do this business forever.
Okay, thanks a lot. Lyudmila Semenchik, friend and partner supervisor from Brooklyn. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. I won't be original because my favorite and aloe vera drink, and because it's helped my husband with diabetic, with blood sugar, and help me and a friend of mine with thyroid problem. Even the lady who use it and have a thyroid problem after a while told me, you know what, I don't want to drink anymore. I'm tired, and I don't feel a lot. But before, the doctor recommend her to have a surgery with steroid, and after that, after a while, no even mention. The surgery told, I like the result, and we will check. And I told, okay, it's up to you. You can stop. She stops. And after 3 or 4 months, she told me, you know what? I feel different. And probably I have to start again. Go ahead. And right now, it's since that time, it's already 3 years. And she never mentioned she's going to stop because she started and don't see the result. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue to read. I didn't see any other hands. So Helen Osipov, manager from Brooklyn, please continue, unmute your microphone from this sentence. Boss work, please go ahead.
Oh, it's your story. Right? Yes. Facts tell, but stories sell. We must always remember how powerful stories are. Am I right, or do I need to a little bit lower?
Please go ahead.
Okay. We tell stories about how we have used the product, service, and what it did for us. We describe this with enthusiasm and in detail, which causes others to want to have the same experience. If we have not yet developed our own testimonial story about what we are selling, we borrow others' customer stories and repeat them in the meantime. Both work. In recruiting, we tell stories about how a person retired from her job because of her part-time income in this network marketing business. Or we tell a story about that person who just got a new car paid for by the company, or how you made X amount of dollars in the business thus far. Always put yourself into your prospect's shoes. What do they need to hear that will turn them on so much that they will want to join you? Meet them where they are. If you tell someone who currently earns $35,000 a year working full-time at their job that you earn $20,000 a month, you will blow them out, even if it is true. Never lie about your income, by the way. The concept of making that kind of money is not palatable to them. At $35,000 a year, if you can merely show them how quickly you made an extra $2,000 a month in income on the side, that they could believe. They can't see themselves doing so to change their life. On the flip side, what if you are trying to recruit someone who already makes 100,000 plus, and your network marketing income is 1,000 a month right now? This is where you must take it off of you and use third party. Edify and tell the stories of those in your company who are making more than what your prospect earns. Then get them to talk to that person. Stories, stories, stories. For recruiting and for selling. You can even use stories to move your downline into action by sharing success stories regarding the desired action. For example, if you want your new recruit to host a PBR in their home, you cannot just tell them what it is and expect that they will excitedly do one. But if you share a few stories of some people on the team who used PBRs to launch their businesses and signed up several recruits in one night and made 500 or 1,000 in an hour, that will catch their attention. You see, stories work. My mentor told me that my first 30-day story was important, so I needed to create a great one. He said that if I can't tell my prospect how much I made and how fast I made it, that story alone would make recruiting 5 times easier. On the other hand, if I made little or nothing in my first month, I would likely get defensive about it when my prospect asked how much I earned when I got started. I did not want to have to defend why I didn't make money by explaining that. I did not take the business seriously when I joined. This is all too common because, frankly, most networkers do not take it seriously right out of the blocks. They don't understand the importance and impact of having a compelling story to tell for the rest of their career. Prospects want to know that they can make immediate money, so be ready to tell your story about how you did so. If you didn't create a great story back when you first started, give yourself one restart right now. Go start over, and in the next 30 days, make money. Now you will be able to tell your prospect, when I got started actually building this business in a 30-day window, working part-time, I made an extra 800. And I can show you how.
Hold
Do you
on for a
think-
second. Excuse me, please, Helen.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I highlight this section on purpose because many of us would like to start from scratch again. Because you cannot share this story that you joined forever 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago and you didn't make decent amount of money. So start it today. Make a 30 days window working part-time to make, as he said right here, $800, for example, right? And you will be sell your story or share your story with your prospect. Okay, I joined Forever such a long time ago, but I did not pay attention, or for some my personal issue or reasons, I did not make such a money as I want to, but I use the products and now I decide to start it from scratch. And I started February 15th. I made a deadline, 30 days, and I made $300, $278, $432. But it will be a very good start for you or for anybody who would like to start again today, right now, to share this story. Please go ahead, Helen. Sorry for interruption.
Sure. Do you think this will work better than I haven't made much myself, but you can? Of course, it is time to use your great story more or immediately to create a new, better one and begin recruiting with it like a machine. Your 30-second elevator pitch. Every networker needs to have their quick 30-second infomercial on the tip of their tongue at all times. You never know when the next future top earner is going to step onto an elevator with you or be behind you in line at the bank or sitting next to you waiting for a table. You usually will not have much time to pick someone interest and grab a new prospect. If you are not ready, you will often find yourself stalling trying to think up the perfect thing to say. And usually the person is long gone before you get up the nerve to open your mouth. So you strike up a conversation by complimenting their shoes or tie or their smile or car. Then you might ask them what they do professionally that has them driving such a car, dressing so well, or smiling so much. They will respond. Then comes your 30-second to pique their interest on your business. Here is one that I have used quite a bit. By the way, since you are so nice, I actually work with the best paying company in America. We're a marketing promotion company and we market one of the most needed service products in the country. Many people work with us on the site part-time and we set up to make significant extra cash flow part-time. We're expanding fast and need more help right now in this area. Do you know someone with a great personality like yours who could use more income on the side? If they say they are interested, now is not the time to go into presentation mode. Gladly take their number and tell them you will contact them to get them some info. Do not act all giddy or anxious to vomit details about your business all over them. This will scare the fish away from the hook. Just gently reel it in, schedule a time to meet, or wait for them to see a presentation. The art of promoting. Promoting is the essence of what we do in network marketing. We promote our product service. We promote our opportunity. But we do these things by promoting tools and events. When we have a growing team under us, we promote certain activities and training, the system to our team. When someone on the team feels like quitting, we promote their why for getting started in the first place to remind them why they need to stick it out and build. Networkers are promoters. Back around 1990, Mike Tyson was an unstoppable heavyweight boxing champion. He was earning millions for every fight. He had raw talent and people feared him. It was an amazing time in the world of boxing, and he was knocking out every challenger. People paid thousands just for a ticket to a fight, only to have the fight end by knockout in the first round. He earned many millions while he was fighting, but Boxer can only take so much wear and tear. So eventually his career ended, and so did his earning potential. With poor financial management, he squandered most of his money, and as of 2012, his estimated net worth was 1 million. Do you remember who Mike Tyson promoter was? It was Don King, the man with the salt and peppered hair that stood straight up. He was known for getting into the ring after every fight to promote the next one. He stirred people's imaginations. He got people to think that the next challenger really stood a chance to beat Tyson. And they paid twice as much for a ticket to the next fight. And again, Don King showed his ability to promote. He promoted the fights, he promoted the fighters, and even promoted himself as the greatest promoter of all time. He was just a perpetual promoter, and people bought into his enthusiasm. What's amazing is that Don King did not have boxing talent, nor did he even have to take a punch. But according to Forbes magazine, as of 2009, his net worth was a reported 280 million. Networkers tip. Don't just hand out business cards or brochures. This rarely leads to sales or recruits. Your goal is to get their contact info. You want to be in the driver's seat, not hoping for them to call you. Fortune is in the immediate follow-up. You can't follow up if you gave them a card, brochure, without getting their number. We signed people up only by getting appointments.
Hold on for a second, please. Excuse me. Helen, take a break, and I would like to ask friend and partner, the most reliable manager in New Jersey, Iris, please read Networkers tip and we will continue. One more time, please read it because I believe it's a priceless.
Networkers tip. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, don't just hand out business cards or brochures. This rarely leads to sale or recruits. Your goal is to get their contact info. You want to be in the driver's seat, not hoping for them to call you. Fortune is in the immediate follow-up. You can't follow up if you gave them a card or brochure without getting their number. We sign people up only by getting appointments. How does this relate to your network marketing business? It is precisely the same thing. You could become the top earner in your company if you just become the top promoter. You don't have to be the best presenter, trainer, or motivator. You just have to focus on promoting a ton of people to go listen to the best presenters, trainers, and motivators in your company. This is it, folks. Become a master promoter. Take it off you and put the emphasis and focus on the best in your company. Third party is best, but the best third party is even the bestest. Remember that a part of the system is listening to weekly training calls conducted by the top leaders in your team. You want all of your team to be getting taught and inspired the very best in the business, not just you. So every week, my team has a call on Sunday and Wednesday evening. Whether it's myself now that I'm $1 million a year earner or other top executive directors. The best will be on these calls. So I will typically make 30 to 40 calls to random downline people each Sunday and Wednesday afternoon, promoting for them to get on the call. No, this will not make me any commission dollars from this activity directly, but indirectly, when they are better trained and motivated, they do go on to produce more and create the override income. So phone promoting is very important. Try not to call on the same downline people every week. Mix it up. Sometimes start calling from the bottom of your genealogy report and work your way up. After all, your leaders are hopefully getting on this call themselves already. However, you will find that as time goes on, even many of them will slack off and start missing calls. When they do, by getting unplugged from the system, you will certainly see their income fall. So it makes sense to even call your leaders from time to time to ensure that they are dialing in. They need to hear from other voices. So what do you say to get seemingly unmotivated distributor to dial into a call? Something like, "Hi Cindy, it's Brian, your upline, top ranked name in your company. I hope all is great with you. The reason I'm calling is because there's an incredible speaker on tonight's call who will be teaching people how she was in the rut in her business, found a way to start signing up people, and suddenly, boom, her income took off. I know you had a big why for getting to this business when you started, but may have fallen into such rut too. That's why I had to call you urgently to let you know to dial in tonight to hear how you can blast off your business and income by copying what she's doing. Grab a pen. Let me give you the number again. Promoting events. Promoting events is one of the main things we do. Events sell, events recruit, events train our people, and events glue our teams together. We build our business from event to event. I don't do a PBR for my new recruit because I want to spend an evening signing up few people and making few $100 in the overrides. That's not worth it to me. The only reason I do a PBR for a new recruit is to book the next round of PBRs in the homes of the people we signed up. And the only reason I want to be in that round of PBR is so we can book the next round. I build from PBR to PBR and from Zoom to Zoom. And as I do them, I have my downline protege or aspiring leader there watching and learning. Then, after a few, I let them do the end. Do and watch, and I watch. Once I feel comfortable that they can do it on their own, I set them free to duplicate. I just set into motion a chain of events that will hopefully keep rippling away from me, generating passive override commission from living rooms I am no longer in. Network tip. Using third party is a sign of strength, not weakness. Weak people feel the need to prove they can do it alone. Strong people are willing to use the system and let someone else do that what duplicates. This goes the same with the business briefings. The only reason I hold briefing this Tuesday night is so that I can promote one next Tuesday to everyone there. And next Tuesday, we will promote the following weeks to be even bigger and better. How do you get the same people to come back again next week and hopefully bring guests with them? We promote the event as one that has never happened before and will never happen again. This is the one you cannot miss. It's never happened before and won't happen again. But won't next week be basically the same? Yes and no. It will be different, speaker. Maybe. Not all of the same people will be there. Some new people will show up. The exact presentation and insights will be different from any other because it's live. And because everyone is excited and acting as if it will be a huge extravaganza, it gets talked into existence, and now it truly has never happened exactly like that. So promote like Don King. Get people there. And then once they are there and the briefing concludes, always be promoting the very next event. We are in the business of moving people along from event to event. Never forget this. Recruiting. GAP stands for grab a pen. I would estimate that out of 1,000 people I personally recruit, hundreds of them came from a GAPing them. Picture this, it was my first year in the business and I'm sitting in my little house in Rockville, Maryland. It was the first house I ever bought back when I was 24 years old. Now I was 28 and I was still full-time in real estate. Still, I also been in network marketing with another company for 3.5 years. And my current one, second one for the year, I had just returned from my company convention after finding out that we were bought out and now we're selling something totally different. I was shocked, but excited. I wasn't making much in the prior business anyway, so I was ready to give this network marketing industry one more run. I told myself, no messing around. This is my ticket, and I will succeed or die trying. I started recruiting and building like a maniac. My team got traction and really grew from my energy. I kicked out one roommate at a time until all four were gone. And I finally could live in my house all by myself. I rented out rooms to some of my friends to pay for my mortgage. I'm not sure why I am telling you, but roommates, because even while they lived there, I was already doing what I'm about to describe. But I just want you to get a vivid picture. I turned my master bedroom on the main level into business war center, and I slept upstairs in smaller bedroom. I had whiteboards on the walls, drawing out maps of my downline. I had boxes of tools stacked like a walls. I had my computer for fax machine and my 900 megahertz cordless phone. That phone made me a millionaire. Here's how I use it every day. My upline recorded powerful 12-minute sizzle call about the opportunity. He nailed it. I believe in the message on the recording, and therefore I was effective at promoting it. So in addition to using my 7-step system, here's what I did for years. I would call a prospect, either warm market or even purchase opportunities, seeker leads, and it went like this. Hello, Jeff. This is Brian Carruthers calling you from Rockville, Maryland. I understand that you're looking for information about working from home and building a business part-time so that maybe someday you can just work for yourself and have more income and time freedom. Now, I can't explain the business myself over the phone right now as I am in a hurry. But Jeff, can you grab a pen? Okay, great. Write down this number, XXXX. When you call, you will be able to listen to a brief but powerful 12-minute recorded message about the business. It will convey everything. Once you do so, we can talk. What time can you call the number? Okay, great. I will expect you to talk about 12 minutes after that time. GAPing someone takes all about 2 minutes or less. I will GAP about 10 to 20 a day when I was part-time, and then soon I was able to quit real estate and start doing 20 to 30 people a day. Sometimes when I felt I had a strong prospect on the line, I didn't GAP him or her. Instead, the conversation went something like this. Hello, Jeff. This is Brian Carruthers calling you from Rockville, Maryland. I understand that you're looking for information about working from home, building a business part-time so that maybe someday you can just work for yourself and have more income and time freedom. Do you have about 10 minutes for a brief overview of the company and the business? Okay, great. Hold on 1 second. At that point, I dialed the sizzle call number and flashed it into a 3-way call. Jeff, listen to this. At this point, I put the phone on mute and set it down and start my alarm for 12 minutes. I proceed into the kitchen, make a sandwich, or downstairs to throw in a load of laundry. When the alarm goes off, I grab the phone to hear the recording end, flash off the 3-way call to drop the line, and say, Jeff, I hope you heard that okay. What did you like best about what you just heard? If this answer was that he liked anything he heard so far, I would just use the feel, felt, found technique we discussed earlier. Then got him on a 3-way with my upline to close him. It works so well, still does. Sometimes person hung up during the call, so I would yell at the wall and get my frustration for 10 seconds and smile as I doubt the next life I want to change. After you have invited everyone you know from your PBR and PCC and PZC to launch your business, all the rest of your warm contacts should be called using this approach. And the interested one will either sign up after the call or they want more information from you to invite them to attend a local event. Stick with your warm market first, but down the road, you may want to add some cold market strategies to generate more prospects to talk to. This is a numbers game. Find a great sizzle call done by a top distributor in your company and then crank them to the numbers. This approach also works online by sending them a video link or to a recorded webinar.
Hello. Thank you, Iris. I believe we should stop here because we got a lot of information to think, to analyze, and hopefully remember and implement. Any questions? Any comments? I did not see any hands. If anybody would like to say something or share something, please raise your hand. Okay, no hands, no questions. Next webinar will be next Monday. Thank you, Iris. Thank you, Helen. And thank you, Iris. I'm sorry. Thank you, Isaac, very, very much. I'll see you soon next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody.